Today on Fashion Guide, you'll see sport chic as the newcomers in the Kazakh fashion see it. How did the participants of the open way competition deal with their difficult task? Victoria Beckham's new rank. She's now officially the most successful woman in the UK, taking after his parents. Romeo Beckham is well on his way to becoming a new fashion star. A collection of the most fashionable dresses made from chocolate. And the most fashionable cat on the planet is now the star of a cartoon. Stay tuned for more. No experience? Then some creativity will help. This tendency is clear for the participants of the Young Designers Open Way competition. The ideas of the applicants get bolder with every season. But what's more significant is that the craftsmanship is at the professional level. This year, 150 young designers from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan applied to the competition. And only 24 made it through to the final. The applicants' task was to create a collection in the theme of sports and style. I took motorcycling as a foundation for my collection. Adrenaline, drive, speed. We were guided by these principles. And why not add some luxury? The guys from the Omi brand are the only trio among the participants. They say that they have tried to create wearable clothing that is high quality by sportswear as well as casual wear standards. These clothes are not just meant for sporting activities. They are also to be worn in other contexts, maybe even to a party. If you dress it up with some accessories, the whole outfit will change its function. A participant from Almaty, Saltanat Jasıkbayeva, surprised everyone with a fabric that she created herself. She combined knitted elements with decoratively made leather. Every pattern is handmade. I used different techniques. Here I've used etching, stamping, and pressing. First, the picture is imprinted on the leather, cut with a swivel knife. Then the form is extruded to make it protuberant. In their work, the young designers tried to combine sports motifs with casual clothing and add a little bit of glamour. The collections appeared to be truly varied. There are bright ski suits with patchwork cuts, American football uniforms made from hundreds of meters of ribbon, and riding clothes that seem to be praised as the most fashionable women's sport somewhere in the Royal Ascot. The target wasn't easy to hit, and the jury was just as confused. When a designer has to work within some parameters, it's really hard at first, because it's really difficult to limit your rebellious designer talent. It seems to me that the designers made this task even more complicated. There were too many bells and whistles. They could have made it much simpler. This year's Open Way got an unprecedented number of participants. Lilia Nikmatyanova says that she was enchanted by the competition and the public. Now she has plans to keep growing within Kazakhstan's fashion industry. I didn't expect to see so many people here. This is something that encourages me so much. You see how many people come to see new talent, designers who are only at the beginning of their careers, and the fact that there is this much support is so wonderful. The official sponsor of the competition is the fur auction house Copenhagen Fur. The company has been helping to develop fashion in Kazakhstan and giving beginners in the industry a leg up for several years. The winner will be sent to Denmark to attend master classes from the famous fur house. This year, the jury awarded Julda Zayris-Biekova with the prize, as her collection was deemed the strongest. I combined sportswear with some minimalism and futurism. I took futurism, the style of the future, as a founding theme. Big, massive forms, some architectural lines and neutral colors, white and shades of gray. And it turned out to be a solid collection, I think. 22-year-old Julda Zayris-Biekova was born and raised in a creative family. Now she studies design in Astana while raising her daughter. She confesses that she's not into sports at all, but she has fallen in love with the style of sport chic that led to her victory, and other participants have as well. While Raf Simons, Ricardo Tisci, or Alexander Wang are creating collections for world catwalks featuring famous sports brands, the finalists of the competition are already getting ready to present their collections during the Kazakhstan Fashion Week. This year, Fashion Week has invited 5 new designers to participate, So we can safely say that Openway 2014 has been a great success. Only a few years ago, she was just a beginner. But this Spice Girl definitely loves to be first. Victoria Beckham, former pop star, mother of 4, and wife of football star David Beckham, now has earned another title. She has been voted the UK's top entrepreneur by Management Today magazine.
Well, I don't think many people were expecting it, but when you look at the figures and, from 1 million turnover to 30 million in 5 years, that's definitely a success story. And I think for those people who think of Victoria Beckham as part of a power couple, as a celebrity, it is a bit of a shock, but really her brand is super successful.
A style icon during her singing career, Victoria launched her fashion brand Eponymous in 2008 and soon after became a world-renowned designer. She displays her collections at the New York Fashion Week, and last month she opened her first store in London's Mayfair.
London was always going to be where I wanted to open my first store. I'm very proud to be British. I've spent a lot of time in London. My family's from London and live in London. My studio is here in London.
Her clothes are now sold in more than 45 countries, including South Korea, Lebanon, and Saudi Arabia.
I think everybody wanted her to not succeed, and I think that has almost helped the success look even better, because people didn't think she'd do it, didn't think she was a serious designer, and in a way that makes it better, because it makes it more appealing, because it doesn't, without her label, it's still good clothes.
The former posh Spice left her singing career several years ago, but she's definitely not quitting the fashion industry. So there's no reason for her fans to worry. She sits atop of the fashion Olympus, and it seems that she plans to stay there for a long time. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree in the famous Beckham family. Victoria and David's son Romeo was announced to be the star of Burberry's first global festive campaign, From London with Love. Set against a London-inspired theatrical backdrop, the short film features dancers and models. We must say that the film appeared to be very musical, with a score written by British songwriter Ed Harcourt. It is not the first time Romeo has modeled for the brand. He is the power couple's second eldest son, and at the age of 12, has already followed his parents' footsteps into the world of fashion by modeling for Burberry's Spring-Summer Collection 2013. Outfits not only can be stylish, but also delicious. Paris held the annual Paris Salon du Chocolat, an exhibition that draws people and businesses from around the world as it unveils new products and displays their chocolate-based wear. Among the pieces are dresses made of chocolate. The fashion show was a part of the opening of the exhibit. It started very well, I'd say. There are a lot of people here. It must be said that this is a special edition. It's the 20th anniversary, so we are expecting a great show. It's also the school holidays all week in Paris, so we are expecting a lot of people. The chocolate fashion show has been an integral part of the Salon du Chocolat from the very beginning. The event was a retrospective look at some of the most memorable pieces in the history of the Salon, as well as a display of several entirely new pieces. Some 60 garments were modeled by both men and women in a wide variety of styles. And all one can do is marvel at how this sweet product can at once be so delicious and so fashionable. The most fashionable cat on the planet is once again the center of attention. After plenty of triumphs as a model, book author, and face of a car campaign, Karl Lagerfeld's precious pet Chupeta is now a cartoon character. In the mini-film, she was portrayed in the same way that she was in the Monster Chupeta collection, which Lagerfeld recently presented. At first, the kitty is white and fluffy, but then suddenly she becomes a roaring beast. The only one who can tame her is her best friend and owner, Karl Lagerfeld. That's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episodes of Fashion Guide only on the Kazakh TV channel. See you again at the same time and the same place.